Group are supporting International Women in Engineering Day as part of its Inclusivity and Diversity campaign. This event increases the awareness of women in our industry, and we are pleased to support, promote and raise the profile of our current and the next generation of women in this sector.
When I was younger, I used to watch this program called Tomorrow's World, which was all about technology, innovation, gadgets. So I loved that program, and it was all about, the one that really inspired me was the one about renewable energy. So I saw one there where they had renewable wind turbines, and that was all about electrical generation. And I remember watching that and thinking, oh, I want to do that.
I believe that engineering is everywhere. I enjoy problem solving, and as a job, engineering can be done anywhere in the world. So the scope for global opportunities and for career development are greatest. It's a really adaptable career and involves a huge amount of teamwork.
When I was younger, I found women astronaut engineers being inspirational. Especially the women that first being able to fly in space. I think, was it Sally Ride, a popular name that came as a woman astronaut, just because at that time they weren't allowed to gain the education that they need to travel space, and it's just following their stories remind us to follow our dreams and just follow our interests and dreams, and you can really become whatever you want.
I wouldn't say I have one in particular, but I did have a couple of course mates who were really clever and would help me often with coming to grips with something. So they were inspiration to me. And secondly, in industry, on my first job, the site manager was a female, and so I think not only to myself, but to a lot of the younger engineers who would see this lady in a high-vis gear, all PPE'd up, running across the outside. That would be, yeah, a good role model for them.
It's hard to say what expectations were. I thought it would be very male-dominated, which it is, and I guess I thought I wouldn't be taken very seriously because I'm a woman, and I'd have to work quite hard to get over that, prove myself. But other than that, again, engineering is not promoted enough, I don't think, to younger people, so you really come in blank, you don't really know what to expect. Some of them have. It's still very male dominated, so some of my preconceived views have changed. It depends on who you're working with as to how seriously you get taken, but yeah, I've been taken more seriously more quickly than I was expecting, so that's great.
A lot of engineers, a lot of female. This is one of the companies that I've worked with who has got a large proportion of female engineers working here actually, and some very senior ones that are working here as well. So it is a very good representation of an equal opportunities employer, I would say. And yeah, it's quite a diverse team, so it's worth seeing this as an example of a very diverse workforce here and equal opportunities for everybody.
Enjoying my job. The people I work with are very respectful. I work in a professional capacity as a consultant, so I work very much on the design side, where I work with a lot of architects, they have a much greater ratio of male to females. I really enjoy the different type of challenges I meet, be it a project on site versus design, and I also enjoy working with our own internal administration office and accounts team, which is also part of my role. It involves commercial, technical and people skills to be able to achieve the final goal. I'd like to see more at primary schools and in education taking more of a role in addressing the inequality between girls and boys, because I do think it starts at a very young age. I think it's very important that parents encourage their daughters to be as good as their sons. I think that when children are children, they play together, they play football together, they cycle together, and it really starts to become apparent in teenage years where this disparity of equality starts to grow, and it starts to expand as people get older, which is a real pity because I don't think we're making best use of all of our citizens to make society as good as it can be, which is why I'm really happy to see diversity and inclusion being a key role of the BCO this year. And I was lucky to present with two of my colleagues and with Paul Flatt at the BCO conference this year, which was a fantastic experience and something I really valued.
Well, there's lots of ways to get into the industry, I guess. I've heard lots of different stories over the years. We've got staff and directors here, particularly who started as apprentices, who've gone to college, who've done day release, who've done the degree route, who've done masters, PhD, from all different backgrounds, from all walks of life, certainly. So there's lots of ways to get into engineering. It's an incredibly equal and diverse workforce, I would say, and it's great to be a part of.
Hurley Palmer Flatt Group.
Supporting International Women in Engineering Day 2018.
Raising.
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 The.
Bar.
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 Bar.